Hi! I'm finally going to do the video for you guys. I promised you on my Insta stories. Anything happening. So I'm gonna do a really quick how I do my hair. It's literally a wash and go. The quickest wash and go you're ever gonna see a curly girl do, because one, I'm a lazy curly girl, and two, this lazy curly girl really doesn't have time for her hair anymore. Today I am featuring a brand I really love. Like, it's legit crack cocaine for my hair. Like, there's no other way to explain it. My hair just agrees with this product. So it's really not a paid post. Like, it's legit. Also, I trust it because it was made by another curly girl. So, you know, like, people with other hair make your products, and then you're like, do you understand what I go through down? Just so anyway, so shout out to Taryn. Hi Taryn. Taryn is the owner of The Perfect Hair and the products I'm obsessed with. So today I'm going to be using the Styler, my favorite conditioner at the moment, favorite deep conditioner, The Perfect Call. I actually, when I shot the other video, I had a whole, like, wow. I had a whole, like, topic I spoke about and stuff. And today, I wanted to keep it light. I was actually just gonna do like the point here, sorry. I did a shampoo and conditioner. And now I just, like, break my hair into, I don't know where my clips are, don't judge me. Actually, I do know where they are. Should I get them? Actually, was having such an interesting conversation with another colored girl. Anyway, what I wanted to show you as well is I need to detangle my hair, so I'm using my detangler very gently, again, from the tips to the roots, while my deep conditioner is on. Talk about something that's not really discussed outside the walls of the colored community. It's sort of very taboo to talk about, especially amongst, like, the older generations, but it's something I've found is maybe still quite rife in the colored community. It really depends on how you were raised. Like, everyone's raised differently, so this is just sort of like a very generic thing, but it still happens within the community. And I just think it's interesting because, like, most people outside of the community don't know this. So white people, Indian people, black people maybe don't know what's going on. Not what's going on, but I mean what sort of goes down. But there are definitely still people in the colored community who sort of label you based on, like, your hair, your skin tone, your eye color. If you don't know, there's sort of like levels to what you look like in the colored community, who you should be dating. So I know a lot of the, like, aunties and older people from the older generation, maybe my mom's generation, my grandparents' generation, sort of that age group. Some of them still, especially the older ones, still really care about how dark someone is. So if you're dark, that's, like, not a good thing. So the lighter you are, the more like white you look, the better. The straighter your hair, the better. So this right here is like the sin of all sins. I grew up thinking that the lighter I am, the straighter my hair is, the prettier I'd be. Yeah, so it's crazy like having this sort of hair now. And I mean, I still have like, my great aunt was like, why do you wear your hair like this? Yeah, so it's so crazy. Like when I went natural, um some of my family members were like against it, and they like would openly voice how ugly I look or how ugly they thought I looked. And it's crazy how like hair could be such an important like um part of your culture, like, and not in a good way. So I was always thought like the straighter my hair is, the prettier I am, the lighter my skin is, the prettier I am. And that's sort of sad. Like, you know, no one really cared about my brain. No one cared that I was like the top student at school, or that I was the top like athlete, or that I had won awards, or that I was funny or had a personality. Like no one cares. Like, are you fair? Is your hair straight? Yes or no? You can't date my son, basically, which is crazy. But yeah, so it's just it's funny how like people are like, oh, we've moved on and stuff, but they would like still take issue if someone in the family is dating outside of their race. And the first thing I know colored people will definitely know, they'll definitely understand what I'm saying here. Oh, I'm just not even like worrying about my hair, I'm talking too much. But the first thing they would do if you bring someone home who is darker, or their hair isn't like the texture it's supposed to be, then they'd be like, oh, think about your children. You must think about your children. And you know, I thought we've moved past this quite a lot, but it seems like we haven't. Like, I was speaking to someone who's like in the colored community, and she's about a decade younger than me, and literally she's still being told these things by her family. And I'm like, don't ruin it for the rest of us. We already all sort of like trying to get out of this self-hatred. And you know, my hair's not the right texture, my eyes aren't green or blue, and you know, I'm just not considered pretty. Like, we just now have finally come into ourselves and accepted our curly hair and our kinky hair, and you know, our skin tones, and that like we're beautiful no matter what. And now they're still telling the younger generation that they must be careful about who they be. So what? Like, I know, I remember like family members telling me like, oh, you must be careful about dating a guy with coarse hair or hair like yours. You're gonna be sitting with a stocking plaiting your child's hair. I'm like, how is that a problem? Like, and now we have like dope products. So why would... But what sort of sparked it, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I ran into a guy who I will never forget, because he had said some really mean things to me. But he was sort of the popular... Oh, wow, the whole towel is off. Oh, well. He was sort of part of the popular group because of his looks. He was pretty, well, sort of. And, you know, he was fair. He had really straight hair. And he said to me once, I was sleeping over at a friend's house, and he was there. And I was washing my hair, or her and I were washing each other's hair and stuff in the bath. And he came into the bathroom, and I was at that point getting my hair washed. And he's like, oh, your hair moves? Like, didn't think it moves. What? I was like, just because my hair isn't the texture you think it should be, now you're out here telling me my hair doesn't move? Or like, you're surprised that it moves? Like, really? And that doesn't sound like an insult. if you like not colored, but that's an insult. And then he was like, yeah, I don't know why, because his friend sort of looks like him. And he was like, I was with his friend at that time, and he was like, oh, I don't know why my friend's with you, he can do so much better than you, like. And I was like, wow, just because of my hair texture, I'm not good enough for your friend? Like, that's how deep it runs in our community. Like, you're literally not good enough if you don't look a certain way. Yeah, and I find it so crazy that, like, your intellect, your achievements, your personality, your heart, your kindness, your spirituality, like, nothing really comes into play as much as what your children's hair might look like one day. Dear colored people, get your shit together. The end. And now I'm going to apply the styler in the same fashion that I did the deep conditioner. If you can do it in smaller sections, that is preferable, because the smaller your sections, the better, because you want to get product on every single strand so that every single strand is moisturized. I just have hair for 3 people on my head because it's so much. Oh yes, another thing I didn't tell you is that your hair needs to be as wet as possible every time you do these things. So also that. It's quite old, but using my Eco Styler gel, just a touch, layering like a touch over my styler, just to keep it as long as I possibly can, you know.